Now, what about as folks are going ahead, kind of charging ahead, have their objectives, are focused on something, and the world shifts, or there are surprises, or things aren't working as well as you expect, or they're working better than how you expected. How within Ambev did you build, what processes did you use to make mid-course corrections, to adjust, especially given you had this very tight focus on the overall objectives for any given year?
Mm-hmm. As I said, well, first of all, I think this is probably the main responsibility of the chief executive officer. So he basically put the ship on a course, but now if there is an iceberg, he has to do something about it and know how fast or what's the delay he has in terms of steering to a side or another. It works when you have first of all, fast information about the market, the company, the outside world, but also when you're pretty much close to the operation. As I said, we were monthly with all the operators in the field. And you don't learn anything in headquarters. Numbers, papers, that's bullshit. You really got to go there to see what's happening. So, and it works both ways. So, because then people have the chance to tell you, look, this course we set, it was all okay, but something's happening, we've got to adapt. Or you see, because you've seen several things at the same time, it's easier for you to see a discrepancy appearing and so on. But again, it's the process of being very close monitoring in an organized way, and I think the best organized way is going to the field to revise the budget and the execution of it monthly, and also having the mindset that we do have that if you have to adapt, you adapt. And if you have to change, do it fast.
And what were those kinds of discussions like? Because this is something that a lot of organizations struggle with, that they go out and in the field either, typically you're right, they don't go to the field. Typically it's in headquarters. They come, they present PowerPoint slides and tell a great story, and the executives in headquarters don't learn. How did you avoid that temptation of people not wanting to give bad news or not wanting to discuss what's working not according to plan?
I think it starts with the right people and the right incentives. So I don't expect a partner of mine that's running an operation to give me the wrong information or a rosy picture. But anyway, it can happen. That's why you go to the field, because then you can be fooled by a PowerPoint presentation, but it's very difficult to fool you when you go to the field and not only do management presentation, but then you go to the markets, then you talk with suppliers, with customers, and so on. So, and we always say, even when you go to the market, we know the red carpet treatment. So they will take me to this supermarket, I'll go, but then I'll say, okay, but then I'll cross the street and check that other one over there. So I think it's a mixture of having partners everywhere, because they probably won't fool you, and they will be very attuned to anything that could impact their net worth or the things that the money they're investing in the company, and also of you going there and kicking the tires as much as you can. And I think that to have a process to that is good, because otherwise you plan a visa, then you don't go. But if you have to go there, it's a routine. It's much easier to keep track of things.
And how much of your time in a typical month would you spend in these trips out to the field?
I would say that at least 1 week in the beginning, 2.